Good evening. It's Wednesday, February 26, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Nico Tubo. Here's all you need to know in NewsBits tonight. The Philippine government has imposed a temporary travel ban on Filipinos going to South Korea due to the coronavirus disease outbreak. Meanwhile, travelers from North Gyeongsang province of South Korea are now barred from entering the country. Here's Chari Coronel for the details.
Filipinos are now temporarily banned to travel to any part of South Korea due to the threat of coronavirus disease in the East Asian country. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo said the Interagency Task Force on Emerging and Infectious Diseases has approved the ban due to the COVID-19 outbreak in South Korea. Panelo, however, said the IATF has authorized Filipinos to travel to South Korea provided that they are permanent residents thereof, leaving for study, or are overseas Filipino workers. Meanwhile, travelers from North Gyeongsang province of South Korea are now barred from entering the country. South Korea's Center for Disease Control and Prevention said 134 of the 169 new cases were in Daegu, a city in North Gyeongsang. Another 19 cases were in neighboring towns. As of Wednesday afternoon, South Korea has 1,146 confirmed infections of the virus and 11 fatalities. If the situation in South Korea worsens, Panelo said the IATF might expand the travel ban. The IATF will also conduct a risk assessment of the situation within 48 hours to analyze whether it is necessary to expand the travel ban. Chari Coronel, NewsBits Tonight.
Local feed millers in the Cebu provincial government have agreed to place raw materials from Mindanao Island under a 20-day quarantine as part of the province's preventive measure against African swine fever. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
All raw materials coming from Mindanao are subject to 20-day quarantine before local feed millers use them for production. Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia said on Wednesday that they already have an agreement with the local feed millers as part of the province's preventive measures against the spread of the African swine fever. Garcia issued on February 19 Executive Order 8 that expands the ban on entry of pork, live pigs, genetic materials such as boar semen, breeder pigs, and boar that come from Luzon, Mindanao, Eastern Visayas, and other ASF-affected areas. The banning of feeds coming from Mindanao will take effect on March 9, while feeds coming from Luzon will be banned effective immediately. The governor said this will give feed millers enough time to impose biosecurity measure for ingredients coming from Mindanao. Garcia will also issue another EO that will establish protocols for quarantine for raw materials coming in from Mindanao. Meanwhile, the Central Visayas Pork Producers Cooperative said they have no problem when it comes to hog feeds since feed millers in the region are producing more than what they consume. Millers in Cebu produce around 1.2 million bags of feeds a month, but local hog producers only need 300,000 monthly. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
More stories in NewsBits Tonight after this short break. The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources in Central Visayas has discouraged the public from touching or disturbing the black-tip sharks sighted at the coastal waters of Santander, Cebu. Here's Romain Rivera for the details.
Do not disturb the sharks. This was the advice of Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources in Central Visayas to the public after black-tip sharks were sighted at the coastal waters of Santander Town in southern Cebu. Following reports of sightings, the Cebu Provincial Fishery Office reached out to the Municipal Agriculture Office in Santander to verify the matter. Provincial Fishery Officer in charge Edgardo Delfin said the municipal fishery technician reported that the sharks are only scrambling for food near the shores. Delphin added that the public should not be afraid of the presence of the sharks, for they do not pose danger. They do not bite unless they are threatened or harmed. Delphin said this event is only a normal phenomenon, as young sharks commonly show up in the months of February and March. The presence of sharks might spark tourist attraction, but the fishery office is appealing to the public to avoid disturbing them. Catching or collecting sharks is prohibited in Cebu with the enactment of an existing provincial ordinance. Romaine Rivera, NewsBits Tonight.
For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
A senior member of the International Olympic Committee said 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics organizers are more likely to cancel its games than to postpone or move it. This if it proves too dangerous to hold the Olympics due to the coronavirus outbreak. Dick Pound, who has been in the IOC since 1978, estimated a 3-month window to decide the fate of the Tokyo Olympics, meaning a decision could be put off until late May. If the IOC decides the games cannot go forward as scheduled in Tokyo, Pound said that cancellation is probably being eyed. About 11,000 are expected to join the Olympics, which will open on July 24, and 4,400 are bound for the Paralympics, which will open on August 25. Pound said the IOC stance is relying on consultations with the World Health Organization to make any move. Pound added that the future of Tokyo Olympics is largely out of the IOC's hand and depends on the course the virus takes. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Nico Tubo. Good evening.